The centre has set a conservative 65,000 crore rupees divestment target for FY23 in a break from the practice of the past 3 years. It has also slashed its target for the current financial year to 78,000 crore rupees from 1.75 trillion rupees budgeted earlier, as it could not complete big-ticket privatization of Bharat Petroleum Corporation and Shipping Corporation of India. Even as the centre plans to complete these pending transactions in the next financial year, the reason for a conservative yet realistic target given by the government is that high divestment targets distort the market. A high target was often seen as a measure to plug the fiscal gap, which had earlier seen large stake sales in PSUs. Although Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman's budget speech shied away from mentioning privatization, Sitharaman said the budget did not have a paragraph on privatization or divestment because the centre had taken a path of continuity where it would follow its public sector enterprises policy announced last year. In the ongoing financial year, the government has realised 12,030 crore rupees, implying the centre is expecting a minimum of 65,970 crore rupees from the IPO of LIC. However, actual receipts from the LIC IPO, considered to be India's largest, would depend on the finalised valuation of the insurer and its offer size. The centre has not completely accounted for the receipts from the IPO of LIC. Besides LIC, the centre would also complete the privatization transactions for Neelachal Ispat Nigam Limited and continue with the pending sale of BEML, BPCL and Shipping Corporation of India. New expressions of interest like that for IDBI Bank will also be floated in the ongoing financial year. Starting this year, the government has undertaken a rationalization exercise, considering that the disinvestment target is only for accounting purposes. That is because many transactions, such as the privatization of NINL, do not fetch any receipts to the union government even when transactions are managed by DIPAM. So keeping a very high accounting target has a problem. DIPAM Secretary Tuhin Kanta Pandey told Business Standard.
First of all, on target, I would say that it is the rationalization exercise that we have done, keeping in mind that this target is in accounting terms. Many of the receipts do not come to the government even though the transactions get concluded. So keeping a very high accounting target has a problem. So because many cases we get, for example in Numaligarh we did this thing, but it came to us in the form of dividend, which is shown as a dividend and not in the disinvestment receipts, though indirectly it is a disinvestment receipts. So I think we are fairly, bringing it clear terms with the fiscal. So it's a rationalization of the target, and it should also be commensurate with our philosophy that we should do the divestment in the market, particularly minority stake sale at the right time and an opportune time. And privatization transactions are essentially time taking, and we should be able to conclude them. And after 20 years, that the process which we have begun of privatization, two of the transaction getting closed in this financial year, maybe more. So this will also be carried on. So it will be like a pipeline approach for us.
This rationalization of the target is commensurate with this government's thinking that minority disinvestment should be done at an opportune time, along with privatization of PSUs in both strategic and non-strategic sectors. Even as the numbers are conservative, as DIPAM Secretary Pandey put it, nothing stops the government from achieving what we want in disinvestment.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.